What is going on? Welcome back to another episode of Crease Crankers. We finally have all four of us back in, studio. Pretty crazy. It's been like 2 months,
crazy.
but
Yeah,
back for the perfect time. Bracket time.
that's it.
Bracketology.
Bracketology.
We've
Yeah,
been waiting for this the entire year.
I know we got some bones to pick a little bit.
Yeah, with the committee.
We'll let Liam kind of go off there.
Yeah, but quickly, today's podcast is brought to you by Jared Beschel and Associates. They're a boutique law firm specializing in real estate transactional matters and IRS code 1031 tax saving strategies. For a free consultation, please contact them at 516-490-1200, or you could visit their website at beschellaw.com. All right, into the bracket, fellas.
Boom.
What the hell?
So let's talk about.
You hit me with the curveball there. I didn't
What
know
the
that
hell?
was coming out of the gate.
Oh yeah. No,
Well, I
I
had a Beschel incident early this morning, but we got it down.
so we ironed it out. Yeah,
I just didn't know we were going out of the gate with an
Oh,
ending.
yeah.
we ironed it out.
Love it. Bracket time.
Yeah, that's it. So all right, we'll talk about the ACC.
I mean, Notre Dame, obviously.
Yeah, I think
They're pretty much on a generational run right now. You don't want to see them.
no. And it's kind of cool. We're going to get to see them on an island, which is nice.
Since I know DraftKings and lacrosse,
yeah.
DraftKings and lacrosse haven't been, they're pretty new. I've never seen a team come into the tournament at minus
130, was it?
money.
Minus 135, I think.
Yeah.
Just as far as
Yeah,
And I think they should be minus
I don't want to
300.
jump into the pros, but DraftKings has a ton of
Draft props.
draft
really?
props for the PLL.
I
That's
know.
pretty sick. We'll touch on that too.
I
Then.
might
Going
text some of my
on.
buddies.
Like,
Yeah.
what round they'll go?
What round they'll go, like
over under on like
under,
the total,
pick spot,
some
like,
crazy stuff.
They have a lot of
Yeah.
stuff, which I thought was pretty cool and innovative to get people just
Oh, definitely.
I mean, I saw
definitely.
Brendan
gambling on the
O'Neill.
game, but involved in the game.
Brendan O'Neill was, I think, minus 250 to go first. I was thinking about like taking out like a loan and just hammering him, because if you don't take him at number one, like what do you do?
Yeah, that's like passing up on.
But
I
that's
was
your luck
thinking
where you
I
would
like-
do that.
Oh, I
and,
do-
and
I
then you're
do that,
sitting in a
like,
dark room for a week.
Connor Schellenberger, like
Yeah.
I was thinking about going Shelley at whatever the plus value was, just to say, taking the value here. And not a hammer. I'm not, repurposing my mortgage here. But
you do that first, so then I can get my line a little better.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll let you know.
Appreciate that.
I'll let you know that
all
my
right,
10
so
shekels will
amount of
move the line.
teams into the bracket. So the ACC got 4,
Yep.
Big East got 2, and the Big Ten got 3.
No, they
Four.
got
They got
four.
Four.
How?
Right.
How?
That is the bone
How?
to pick to start.
I mean, revert back to last week. Michigan.
Well,
called them.
Michigan,
I
yeah.
mean, it was beautiful.
Yeah,
it was
well
beautiful.
done. Well done.
I did call. I also called Merrimack, which is okay, but I'm pretty sure I literally hit every other winner, and Michigan was just icing on the
I mean,
cake.
Michigan once again just getting hot at the right time. They did last year. Didn't think they were going to be able to do it again this year, and they did.
I had no
Clearly-
confidence. I'd be the first one.
I
to
mean,
say
that
I
Chris
mean, they were
Conley
just.
is
I just saw that they were trending in the right way. They play really good defense.
Yeah,
and
and
they
the
play
Big
good in 6
Ten,
on 6. Big 10 6-on-6 like offense. Like those are teams that can
and you
score.
could say like the regular season of the Big Ten again, like when every team makes the conference tournament. Like, we were saying like it's probably not going to be the favorite
Yeah.
to come out of the Big Ten, right? I thought it was maybe Penn State, but that was
I was on Hop heavy last week. I can't even.
yeah, and
lie
then
here.
it's
I think the craziest team to advance. I mean, we're gonna just obviously keep ripping through this bracket, but Lehigh
yeah.
that
getting
one,
through the patty.
I mean, if you look at like what Lehigh was at 2 weeks ago, right before they beat BU, you probably couldn't find one person that was going to say, "Oh yeah, Lehigh's going to take down the Patriot League."
bro, I was watching them play
And
Holy
they-
Cross, and I was like, Holy Cross gonna win this game.
Yeah,
Holy Cross
no,
can win this game.
but
They won that game, rattled off 5 in a row. And
Their coach there, that Lehigh, I think his name's Will Scudder. He's clear. Like, I mean, shout out him. He got the boys
yeah,
ready
Will
to
Scudder,
go.
correct.
That was his first year, like,
I
taking
saw
over
a
the
post-game
program.
interview. I forgot
I
what
think,
player it was, and I just liked what he was saying. Like,
About
this
the
isn't
coach. Yeah.
the coach isn't everybody win.
Yeah.
Just the
Listen,
right
it's a-
message, the right stuff you want to hear out of the locker room to get something done like that.
I would
When
put,
it's
a
I
happening.
great
would put him
program.
at the Division I Coach of the Year level for
Yeah,
what
for
they
a
have,
way,
what
sure.
they look like
Sure.
just passing the eye test. Like,
And I know.
I don't think they're a
get-
top 40 team still.
Listen,
like,
I know. I
And
get
this
a
is
whole
super
bunch
small.
of
Who do they
shit.
get? Hop out of the gate?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get a whole bunch of shit for saying, deep Patriot League, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, that is one of the most competitive leagues
No,
in and
for
out.
sure.
no,
I mean, if you look at the
And the
quarterfinal game
fucking
between
colleague,
BU,
man, with
Right.
the audacity to not even have a Patriot team the last 3 out.
I know. But all right, ready? So, but like the quarterfinal game, the BU Colgate triple overtime, right? Then the BU Army game, that was overtime. The Navy Loyola game was tight. Then what was the Navy Lehigh game? Not
Right there.
that tight,
Close
right?
game.
But like still, and then obviously in the final, it was barn burner, to the very end. So yeah, that's again, I know you wanted to talk about Army maybe being snubbed a little bit.
I mean, I
I
think
disagree with you there. I think
You think Army's a snub over like a
yeah. So I did the bracket on Sunday after the games.
What was
You're
your
going to
question,
say
T?
snub over someone. I'm going to explain it.
Go ahead.
You want to keep going through?
No, dude, it's cool.
So I had Army.
Honestly, I should just sit outside the studio.
You might have
Yeah.
to, but I had Army in the tournament on my bracket on Sunday as the last team in. I had Maryland as the first team out just because all the RPI bullshit. But if you put the Rutgers name on Maryland, they're not getting into the tournament, just hands down. Then you have the 3 Ivy teams, which you could have made a case for any of them, but it's just like
Yeah,
none
that's
of them.
where I
None of them
think-
had a strong enough, resume. Like Cornell, obviously, we got to see that crazy Notre Dame game. Like they passed the eye test.
They have a
but
Cuse win.
They lost to UPenn at the end. They had a couple of really poor losses.
Yeah.
But even
And
like
then
Virginia,
Yale
yeah,
losing
like, they don't have an
back-to-back.
impressive win on their schedule either.
No, I mean,
The
It's
ACC gets a lot of credit for.
It's funny you bring up Virginia, Piz. That is my tournament upset in the first round.
First round.
No,
St. Joe's.
Yeah, man.
I
beating
don't discredit them for
UVA.
getting him because I think they should be in, right? But it's
So,
like looking at
the
it, how
thing
do you
is-
compare it when
I don't know.
the thing
like,
is they went 3 and 4 against tournament teams. 2 of their losses are Notre Dame, the number 1 seed. So it's like obviously they're playing terrible lacrosse and they lost 4 in a
that's when they
row.
got doubled up on.
But they started.
interesting
You got to look at
argument,
the
yeah.
whole year, which is a problem. Because it should
Right, you
be
still
about
got to get
who's
credit,
getting hot.
right? And like you
but
still got to
that's-
get credit for February
But
wins.
Army didn't get credit for the whole year.
Sure.
That's the thing.
People maybe
Like,
forgot
if-
about that Cuse win. Definitely, yeah.
which
I
was
agree. I mean, I just think
bothers me.
what's crazy though, right? Is like Army was the number 1 team in the country at one point,
But who do you want to clip out of
and
there?
then
Yo,
and then they
Maryland
got
I don't
should-
think Maryland
Maryland
plays
shouldn't be in the
okay.
tournament.
No, I don't think Maryland should
I would be fine if Army wasn't in.
Golly.
If Cornell was in,
Right.
I'd be fine
Or
if Army
Yale.
wasn't in. If Yale was in, I'd
Or
even be
Penn.
fine with Penn.
Yeah.
But
Penn was ahead of Cornell and Yale in the RPI and all that. Penn was the last team out. I think that's what the committee had. Penn is the last team out.
Yeah, I mean, like Rutgers lost by 10 in the quarterfinals. They lost to Hopkins, a team in the tournament. They beat Penn State, a team in the tournament, and they beat Cuse, a team in the tournament. The only wins against teams in the tournament. Then they lost to Notre Dame, lost to Michigan, lost to Virginia.
Who do you think takes this opening round?
And where?
Albany's Sacred Heart.
Yeah.
Albany, Sacred Heart. I think Albany's going to be the better team.
Yeah,
But I think it's the 16-17 is always a dogfight. Also, the number one
Sacred Heart
seed.
is hot.
Number 1 seed's never lost in their first game in Division 1 since
I'm
the
not
expansion.
sitting here
No,
saying
no.
who's going to be the one to upset.
Just the playing
I
game.
just want to bring this up. The 2 seed has, since they brought the 16-17 in,
Mhm.
the 2 seeds lost 5 times to the 15.
I don't think Duke's dropping one.
Utah?
Utah.
I don't see, like, okay, I'm well known that I'm a Duke fan. That game makes me a little nervous because Utah can fill up the net. Yeah, Piz just smirks, but I don't know.
No, yeah, I mean
it's
Utah's
definitely-
playing really, conference winners are always dangerous because obviously they're playing
Yeah.
really good lacrosse.
Yeah.
They had to win at least 2 and 3 in a row.
What's that?
Utah
That's a
has
stretch.
Utah's reeled off
That's
1,
what
2,
I'm
3,
like-
4,
But
5.
look at who they're
6.
playing though.
Nine.
Not even one is close to a.
Dude, you're still
I
feeling.
know, but you
Duke
listen,
caliber.
ready? All right. So the argument then here, right, is Utah and St. Joe's can make those 2 teams right now are the hot, and Michigan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hottest coming in.
I
Sacred
mean,
Heart,
Towson.
Towson,
the hottest team
Sure.
in the country.
right, and then
Dude,
obviously Notre
St.
Dame.
Joe's
There's a lot of
is
hot
not-
teams coming
I would
in.
not
Okay.
be amped
But-
if I was Syracuse drawing Towson.
No, I mean,
Yeah,
not at
no.
all. Also,
there's a
Towson got
lot of intriguing
screwed with that
matchups.
13 seed. There is no way that St. Joe's should be seated at the 11 and they're at the 13 when they haven't lost in that long. Towson beat them by 10 goals.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's the beginning of the year. Why?
I know. Well, that's the thing. You got to get credit for February wins. Even if St. Joe's was playing terrible ball at that point.
But
doesn't
are you
matter.
telling me the Atlantic 10 was that better than the
It was
CAA?
them-
They're
it's the same
similar.
thing. It was the same thing. It was top 2
exactly.
teams. It was Richmond and St. Joe's, and then Delaware and and Delaware and Towson.
And my brother was telling me they don't take scores into effect on this stuff. It's just they're only looking at wins
Wins
and
and
losses.
losses,
They don't
yeah.
care if a game goes to quadruple OT and it's one
Which that's a problem.
That is
that's a problem.
Yeah.
You gotta look into what that score is.
Well,
if
and then
you-
everyone says right, the tournament
All
just,
that
tournament
matters
just
are
needs-
wins and losses, but
right, and And now just talking about, what's next, like the tournament needs to be expanded, right? I think that's been evident for.
Yeah, we talked about it. I think the 24 number is a perfect number. Like you already have it set up as only the 1 through 8 get seeded and everyone else gets matchups.
Right? Like you have 40 teams. Like there's 66 Division I teams, 67,
70. We're 70
or
plus.
70 plus now. Okay, so now
good.
you have 50 teams or whatever, like competing for 3 at-larges or like whatever, however many left over.
Yeah,
which is. I mean, that's absurd.
I mean,
with all the parity now in the game and like top end.
Well, you
like,
get 8 at-larges, but the ACC doesn't get, an AQ. So like 4
and
of those at-larges are gone.
Right.
2 to 4 of those at-larges are gone every single year.
Right.
For
Exactly.
the ACC.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah. So that's where, again, like, you have to try to find the happy medium of, all right, what's that magic number?
I think
with how good lacrosse is right now, I think we could all look at it and just say, like, it's wrong.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, no, it is. And like, unfortunately.
And I think 24 is healthy.
It's healthy because you get
definitely.
You get, first of all, you get the same amount of games on opening weekend because you get those 8 games, the 9 through 24 seed all play, and then they match up versus those 1 through 8 who get buys. And I think it's just, it rewards those top 8 teams.
That's how you do it, right?
That's how I do it.
1 through 8 gets by.
Well, 1 through 8 gets by, and then, like, that's a lot. Like the 9 would play the 24, right? Winner of that would play the 8.
I'm sure everybody would still want to, like, rally around, like, having Final Four weekend still being on Memorial Day
Absolutely.
weekend.
So what you would do is you would just do, where these playing games are. Like there's a game on Wednesday. So everyone would play Wednesday, Thursday, and then Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
The same way that March Madness sort of does it, but it's like they've been playing, 1 to 2 games a week.
Yeah, no,
anyway,
that's how it's done. And
like they could do
we
it.
also talked about that, right? Like teams play those games, like Penn and the ACC teams did that
for this reason,
right? They played like that Friday, Sunday game.
You can even like extend it and just shorten the out of conference, like, or start a half a week early, whatever you want to do.
There's a lot, right? And like obviously lacrosse is going to get there as a whole. I think definitely eventually we've seen like positive changes develop in the last, like even just past couple of years. When it comes to even just teams making the jump to D1. Things like that. So I think eventually it is going to get there. And we even saw this year, like the scheduling aspect kind of improve a little bit, like where we had games spaced out a little bit more. So we just got to keep being loud as like fans. Seriously, just got to keep being loud about it.
Because you go across like some other Division I like sports just real quick. Like football, they're expanded to 12.
Yep.
But there's a ton of teams that like the saturation isn't there in the sport of football.
Right.
The saturation is there in the sport of basketball where you see all these crazy upsets. Same with lacrosse. There's 8 teams that are out right now that could easily win a game in this tournament.
100%. And make a run.
Yeah.
I had Cornell, like if Cornell got in, I was like, they could easily with Curse, with how they 100%. Played against some of the best teams, like, and then, we touched on, or, we're going to talk about like the PLL too. Like it's case in point there. You have all-American players who aren't able to make a roster.
Yeah.
Just because of the amount of talent that's out there.
Good ball everywhere.
And there's only 8 teams in the professional ranks. Like that's,
guys that'll be expanded year after year, which is going to be awesome because
it's going to be great because
if they could ever get to that sweet spot of like 16 teams
talent. Yeah. So that's again where again hopefully lacrosse keeps trending in that direction.
Hell yeah! I mean, one quick point: Tawarton is wide open again because Brando missing the playoffs is going to kill him.
Yep,
he's not going to be able to win it.
Yep.
And he had just a great regular season. That's
so who's back at your finalist now?
Dude, Entenmann's got to be a serious consideration.
Entenmann's I get he's a goalie,
consideration, so you're always going to put him by the wayside. But
he swings games.
He swings games.
Week in, week out.
That's what I say. I don't know if he's a kid that you could throw by the wayside.
Yeah,
I really he gets overlooked because he's not an offensive player.
Like 4 minutes left, he got pulled versus Virginia. He was fucking pissed.
Yeah,
he wanted to be playing. The other goalie, the other goalie let up a goal, and then they zoomed in on him, and he was just like, "I would save that.
I would
save that."
Yeah, I love that. I mean, that's
I don't know, dude. Just like the way I don't know. I don't want to say he's like a front runner, but I wouldn't be sitting here on the episode saying, "Oh shit, how did he win?"
I would say pretty certainly like the Torton's going to be a quarterfinal, like a semifinalist. Like, they got to be in the final.
It's always that's what it does every year. If the Torton finalists, like the list that comes out. That's a regular season list. And now the tournament winner is
right
a postseason award.
It's in this board somewhere.
Right? If Kavanaugh makes a run, if O'Neill, it's whoever, if O'Neill if Duke makes it to the national championship and they win.
I mean, Duke doesn't have an enjoyable little
I know he won it last year too. And
route there either.
No, it's
also
tough.
like
that's
super like the committee
Notre Dame.
I hate him.
Tell me more.
I hate him.
Tell me more.
I hate him. Georgetown beats Notre Dame in the regular season, right? Notre Dame's only loss you know what? Let's make an opportunity. Instead of, the Big East winner, instead of making them the 7 seed over Maryland, let's give Maryland the 7 seed. Definitely not earned. And then let's give Georgetown the 8 seed and maybe have a quarterfinal against Notre Dame for a rematch. Why? Why are we punishing the number 1 team?
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
Should be.
I think you said it the best way to why are we punishing. I mean, that's.
What are we doing?
I'm sure maybe Notre Dame wants that matchup again.
No, they don't.
Well, yeah.
Would you be amped on that matchup?
What?
Would you be pumped?
I mean, I think at that point you're like,
knock on wood.
You're going to be playing a good.
You dropped this to Shami today. Are you going to be amped to run that back again?
No.
Yeah,
all right. I hear you, but
they got a 3-loss Georgetown.
You're
I
not
think
gonna
Notre
lose
Dame
it,
is also like a team that's just like, we got one got away from us,
Yeah.
They can bury Georgetown again.
Absolutely.
or we see.
I don't think they're scared of that matchup, but why even offer it when you got to reward conference winners a little bit more.
I think Penn State beats Georgetown, but
both teams are playing really good. That's probably two.
What'd you guys think
about
that?
Top 6-ish teams.
You guys saw that the call in the Georgetown Nova game where it hit the kids' long ball and they called the clock reset because they thought it hit the goal.
Yes.
Yeah, you saw that little.
Shout out to Villanova for absolutely fighting through that tournament, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Providence too lost in overtime to Georgetown beat them right in the semis.
That was a tough one.
Brutal. It is. Can we get that bracket back up? Or are you looking at someone?
There you go. I don't know. I think my upset alert is St. Joe's over Virginia.
Yeah. Do we want to run through?
Let's run through game by game here.
Well, let's go. Do you want to recap conference play? Just some
the
of the
finals.
games?
Yeah, let's go through the finals here, and then we'll get into the bracket, and then just have some fun with it.
You didn't get an opportunity to watch this one, or did you?
I listened.
You listened
to So
he
did put in the group chat that he was going to stop watching because they started just going off.
When I wasn't watching, we were undefeated.
Yeah.
So that's I do what needs to be done. Here for the team, here for the boys. If it means not watching, I won't watch.
The right thing.
What Notre Dame just did to the ACC tournament
was messed up.
Is miraculous.
Yeah. So Notre Dame. We can talk about the ACC real quick.
On the phone.
Notre Dame beat Virginia 18-9.
Yeah, and that was a lenient. I had the over 26.5. Golden. It went over.
Wow. I know.
It went over strictly because Notre Dame pulled their starters and Virginia scored 5 goals at the end.
Yeah.
And
then Notre Dame beat Duke 16-6. So as we kind of talked about, Notre Dame seems to be
that's the 2 and 7 seed in the tournament.
Yeah, dude, that was
wagon.
Bro, that was wild.
Duke is the 2 seed in the tournament.
I know.
No, I know.
What the hell?
I want to say last year.
And do you feel sorry to cut you off? My bad. Just because you said the 2 seed in the tournament, and you've been talking about what's up with the committee. Do you feel like they shouldn't be the 2 seed after losing?
I thought Hopkins should have been the 2. Duke should have been the 3.
I think they're fairly interchangeable, though.
Yeah, I think they had a pretty similar season. I think Hopkins was just I feel like they just played such a more tough out of conference schedule. Obviously the ACC, you're going to play these ACT teams and get used to it and stuff. But Hopkins just had so many out of conference big wins and
Hopkins went out beat Virginia.
Yeah, they had a big time. Yeah,
but on paper, I think it would be a great game. It's going to be a great 2-3 game when they get there.
Yeah, I was just more so wondering you've been throwing a lot of slander towards the committee. Just wanted to know if you thought those
more slander.
See, I don't hate Duke at 2. I don't think they got it wrong
for sure.
Yeah. I think 1 through 3 are
sorry.
No, all good. Princeton, extremely impressive run to win the Ivy. I mean,
oh my god!
If you told me,
and again,
so I have a cat outside my apartment that has a limp. He limps around, and it's 3-legged cat. I've been trying to catch him a little bit, bring him in, bro. That's what Princeton has at the Face-Off X right now. They have a 3-legged cat that he's just not winning face-offs or winning games, but he limps off the field every single time. I'm yo, you guys have to have another answer than this guy that can't walk around. What'd you say?
Huh? Can you give me the box there for a second?
Yeah.
Mackey played so well.
He wanted to go to the face-offs.
56.
Oh, that's not the kid that I was watching.
No, you probably saw Tyler Sandoval as an absolute warrior who fought back from massive surgery.
He's one of Greg's guys.
Yeah,
he's as a human being, as a face-off kid.
What a beast! Let's go,
an absolute beast.
Let's
go.
Well,
he reminded me of my 3-legged cat.
Hey, that 3-legged cat's still riding around and getting it.
Yeah,
so,
what a beast! Exactly,
jumping fences and shit.
Yeah, beast all around.
Yeah.
So Sandoval, shouts.
Can you go to Princeton again?
Seen some things.
Go to Princeton again. I just want to see what
Tigers,
it was.
The Cats.
I want to see who it was. And can you go to their game versus the game before this one versus Yale? because he was just battling. I need to know who it was.
Yeah, I mean, and then
Crazy game. This game not going over cost me a lot of money.
Beery was so good.
By the way.
Yeah, there's your boy.
Oh my God. Won 71%.
Yeah, what a dog.
Yeah, that's a 3-legged pit bull right there.
Love
They threw
that.
3 different options at him. I guess none of them mattered.
Bro, crazy.
What a beast.
Princeton,
Yeah,
make it
so
run.
Princeton, getting hot. I thought the Ivy was going to get at least 2 teams in.
Which
so
I thought was a little shocking. That was where I thought there
like-
was more of the snubbing than Army.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That's
The
right.
thing
But then,
is,
like,
like,
I guess,
it's
like,
so
if you go
weird.
back to, like, the February wins, they were number 1 in the nation for a little while.
Yeah,
Was it 2 weeks, 3
I mean,
weeks ahead?
like,
Don't
mean,
get
how-
me started
you know,
on Army.
Right.
They were number 1 in the nation.
BU beat them twice though. So like, yeah, I mean, if anything,
They
BU
did.
then technically got snubbed too.
That's
in
why
your
I
thinking.
think if BU won the conference tournament, it would have been a whole different game.
Where
Why?
Because now they're
thinking-
lost to a conference team.
Right, to a conference champion.
Okay, so
Exactly.
maybe then Army
To a tournament team, I
Yeah,
mean.
that's
Right, so then maybe Army sneaks in.
I think Army just got hosed not being in the last 3 out.
Patriot
Like, at
League
least
doesn't
give them-
usually get 2 teams in. It's been a while, like usually
Yeah.
since like when Pat Spencer
serious
was there.
question. Do you think seems like Maryland's the team that you're picking at that shouldn't have been in?
Maryland's the team that I'm picking at that shouldn't have
Okay,
been
so
in.
here my question is proposed to you, Sir Liam.
And they got the easiest draw.
Do you
They're
think
going to win the first game, too. And it's going to everyone feel like, well, no, obviously Maryland belongs to be in. But no.
You think they're going to
Sorry.
beat Princeton?
do you
Yeah, I
think
think they can.
that they
I think
put
Princeton
Maryland in because of the amount of people that are from Maryland that watch lacrosse for viewership to keep them in the tournament?
Conspiracy theories here.
It's not a conspiracy theory. It's just a
We're
smart
diving
business
deep
play.
into the-
it's business plays in that.
Yeah, I mean, you got Towson, you got Hopkins, so you got some Maryland viewership. I
But it
don't,
is Maryland.
It
like
is-
every kid
That's what I was saying.
who's
If their
playing
name was
lacrosse in their
Rutgers,
backyard
Yeah,
thinks
unless
they're
you touch on
gouging
that,
down the
right.
alley and
Yeah.
shooting for Maryland.
if their name was Rutgers, they wouldn't be in. Like if Rutgers and Maryland switched places and Rutgers lost in the quarterfinals of the Big Ten, they're like no one was going to put Rutgers in, even if they had the same exact team makeup of Maryland.
and wins and all that.
It's just
right.
they're in because their name is Maryland.
All right, so we're kind of saying the same point.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Carry on.
At least give them like a 10 seed.
What else? So I guess Utah. Obviously, we touched
How
on
do they have a
them.
home game against Princeton?
Liam's
keep
gonna
going,
lose
keep
sleep
going.
over this, bro.
Utah beating Jacksonville 16-13, back-to-back A-Sun champs.
Oh,
for
Utah
them.
overs are so back.
Yeah, they're
So
back.
back. They've been a roller coaster this year.
Back against Duke?
Sacred Heart. I mean, shout out Sacred Heart. Undefeated in the MAC. Did
Yeah.
not lose a game. That is.
I said like,
And then
whether-
last year, from where they were to
Yeah.
then, what they did this
What a
year.
year to just possibly get a tournament win
And I'll
and
do
then
it now.
get smoked.
Congratulations, Garrett
Notre
Mangles.
Dame,
Yeah,
Coming
good
as a
year.
freshman, getting
nice.
a lot of time,
Yeah.
getting a
Yeah.
conference championship.
Dude, and this
Ryan
game
Rooney.
started 3-0 Manhattan.
Ryan Rooney?
So
Hmm.
they
Ryan Rooney?
outscored them 11-2
Yeah,
after
Ryan
that.
Notre Dame. I like to see Notre Dame Sacred Heart.
That would be a fun matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to watch
I mean, that
Notre Dame
playing game's going to be
I mean,
sick.
I think Notre Dame could find themselves in trouble against teams that are worse than them because how fast they play. I think if a team could really slow down a game versus them and like capitalize on 6-on-6 possessions, which no one can do right now, but if a team could start to do that, they could definitely get away from like the run and gun offense that Notre Dame has. Like Notre Dame's beating these teams by 10 because they're up by 5 after 20 minutes of play.
Yeah.
And they just could continue to play fast and fast.
Yeah, no.
and-
I mean, yeah.
I don't
It's
think
It's a
I have
struggle.
problem with either of those.
It definitely is. Obviously, scoring 6-on-6
I
against
mean, they're not going
that
to
team
have
is
trouble
tough.
against Sacred Heart, but that's why Georgetown gave them fits because they could slow the rock down.
Mhm.
Like Big East, Big Ten teams could give them fits. ACC, I think, like we talked about this a lot, but like the ACC is so fast play and they're so much elevated over these
Yeah,
other
Notre Dame's just so
fast plays teams.
Notre Dame
that-
can play to that all day long.
exactly.
Right? Can they play
I love
slow? Yeah.
Omar,
Well,
what-
that'll be interesting to see. I mean, again, that's like winning in May, right? Winning, you got to be able to execute on 6-on-6 for sure. That's
While
what
you
it's
have
all
it
about.
up, how
especially when you
glad
have
are you about that
hot as
Towson win?
hell. What?
Tell me how glad you are about
Oh
that
yeah,
Towson win.
pumped them 15-6 over Delaware.
Oh my God.
Been tight. Yeah, Delaware was
We're
never
going on
close.
like 2.5 months. Of
Delaware was never close. It was never theirs to win.
Sean Nadalin, if you're listening to this, you deserve to write a letter to the NCAA giving you a 13 seed. Bonkers. Bonkers.
Albany 12, Vermont 11. Vermont almost
text. Like I was thinking the same thing.
Vermont almost had this. Vermont got
Yeah,
hot
that's what
there
he's
at the
worried
end.
about right now. Just listen to the Crease Crankers. Love
might be.
that.
Little
Love
R&R.
Towson.
Little R&R. Hang out. You love
Shout
Towson.
out to Mayo. I love Towson.
to beat Q's. A little upset.
No,
Yeah.
playing Virginia. I thought. Oh no, Q's.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to be Cuse right now.
No, I would be pretty sick if I was.
I mean, I
Q's.
think it's a terrible draw for Cuse.
Yeah.
Like,
Heard, Jeff.
That's definitely their game to lose.
it's like it's the slow thing. Same thing. ACC going against a nice, slow paced, like hard nosed team with a good face off kid.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
trouble for Cuse.
Towson's shown they can score against an ACC team.
Yeah.
They put up numbers against Virginia.
15 against Virginia. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's tough.
In a game that just got away from them too early.
St. Joe's took down Richmond
This is my wager of the weekend.
17-13.
Hit this nicely.
Yeah,
Nice.
did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Richmond
I
was
like
favored.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
actually we were on Inside Lacrosse and me and Piz were at the tournament this weekend. We were looking at the score. We're like, ooh, we're like Richmond's up 5-3, but they're like plus 250 on DraftKings. We're like, oh,
Yeah.
like
Like, what's happening?
what's
Inside
going on?
Lacrosse
And
was
then
so
it was
fucking
so
high.
off,
It was like
dude.
7-4 at the time. Like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Georgetown,
I just like the way they were operating, and I felt like this was their day.
Georgetown 11, Villanova 10. We just touched on, Nova had a run there.
That was
Almost sneaked it out.
Dude,
that would have been interesting if Nova won.
They still would have, but they probably would have moved Maryland up to a 1 seed.
Like, what do you think? Do you think Georgetown and Denver still would have gotten in?
I had Georgetown in win or loss,
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
but
that would've
with
been
with
interesting.
how low they seeded Georgetown, I think with a loss they probably would have had them out.
Probably.
But Denver was in obviously no matter what.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Sick though. All right. Well,
you don't say.
what do you
That
think? Take a
Michigan
quick
score is
break,
absurd.
and when we come back, we'll
I don't want to take a break.
preview the bracket, and then touch on some PLL maybe too.
Sweet, hell yeah, love
That
it.
sounds good.
And we're back.
We're back.
Field goal's good.
Field goal good.
T got rid of little facial hair there. I dropped my phone.
Oh,
But
What did I get rid of?
let's get into a little facial hair.
Oh yeah,
beard-
I think it was
beard
long.
pull?
Yeah, I think it was long.
was a good
Albany versus Sacred Heart.
Playing.
Ooh, that hurt. Yeah,
Right on
that
the
hurt.
back of the
Yeah,
melee.
back of the head. Ooh.
Well, now he's spinning.
Ah.
His downs are ups, his ups, his downs.
Mm.
Albany, I'm taking Albany here.
Yeah. What do we think the line's gonna be? We think what Albany?
We can't see it. It's obviously out. The game is tonight. So
minus 2.5.
yeah, I had minus
We gotta
3.5.
start like calling in Shane for this. Yo, can you check this for us quick down in
Yeah, it's
Maryland?
not a bad idea.
I like Albany
I have a
too.
sneeze lurking right now, just so we know. Don't get scared. Just tickling me.
All right, so winner of that will have to then go down to South Bend. Good
Over
luck.
2, I would say. Not really down.
Oh yeah, sorry,
More
over.
heading west.
Over, yeah, that's true. That's
Sorry.
true.
Whoa,
very
whoa,
true.
whoa, whoa.
What?
So Towson is in their own bracket here? Because I know the quarterfinals
Yeah.
are at Towson. They got the right
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
The
That's nice for
BQs,
them.
they go home.
It's home field advantage for the 13 seed.
BQs, you get a home game.
Do you think they tipped the hat since you're at the committee? I'm playing devil's advocate with the committee here a little bit. Do you think they said, hey, we'll give you the 13, but we'll put you at home?
No, they're the 13. They don't expect them to get there. They botched that. But honestly, if they're 11, like I'd rather play Q's than Virginia.
Yeah. Again, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah. All right, so I think Albany beats Sacred Heart, but I don't know. Sacred Heart's hot.
I'm gonna ride Sacred Heart in my brackets.
There you go.
I don't know about the bracket that we're gonna be playing in for money, but my public bracket they'll
Like,
be in.
Beating Notre Dame?
No, as in beating
Relax, just a
Albany.
bite.
Yeah, well, when you say ride, I mean, okay, so you haven't won the game.
No, I have Notre Dame coasting to the
Right.
quarterfinals quite easily there.
All right, Georgetown, Penn State.
That's got to be a coin flip on DraftKings,
It's plus Penn State minus 1.5.
and they're minus 175 on the money
Yeah.
line.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fucking great game, man. I love it. It's a great matchup.
I
I
like
like-
Penn State minus 1.5.
Yeah, I like Penn State here.
I might go Georgetown.
I'm gonna
straight
ride
up.
Georgetown too. Give me the conference champs over Penn State, who
Yeah,
just got
straight up.
pummeled.
Yeah, and money line.
Oh,
Georgetown money line
Yeah,
plus
Monster.
135.
I'm picking just in the bracket right now. Yeah, give me the money line too. What's
Yeah.
the
Well, he
what's
was-
the total
he-
goals in that? It's
Homeyer
gotta
keeps on going.
23.
Oh God.
Oh,
Georgetown plays a slow paced game, man.
Yeah, I think
Not touching that number.
no, I was not. I was just about to say I wouldn't touch over under, but
The next one's very appealing.
Lehigh Hop.
What's the next game? That's Mother's Day.
Oh yeah, the Sunday Mother's Day.
shout out Liam for scheduling a tournament on Mother's Day.
I do.
Thanks.
Well, at least we have these games to get us through Saturday, because Saturday we have
A lot of car breaks
how
coming.
many hours are in a day?
What, dude?
We got most of them. We'll be there for most of them.
Yeah, I think you got me. What started at an 8 a.m. start?
Oh, 7:30.
7:30 is my first game.
Yeah. I think it's frowned upon to start at 7:30.
No,
You're not going to change it whether it's frowned upon or not, so does it really matter?
No. But how early can you start a tournament game for club lacrosse?
7:30.
That's
That's
early.
already too early. 8
That's
a.m.
the
should be the
earliest?
start.
Yeah,
See if I start a
7:30.
game at 7 people. I've seen game at
Do not start a game at 7.
so
I'm
this
not
is
changing
This
it.
is my take on it because we've set up many of events together. Those crews that roll in at 6 o'clock for an 8 a.m. start to get their primo tent spot, are they really going to be that angry? No. But the ones that are cruising into the parking lot and literally ejectocito cuz their kids out of the car,
Yeah.
those are the ones that are going to be like, this sucks.
Yeah.
Well, can't
Yeah,
please
I wonder
everybody.
how early the crazy parents would get there if we started at 7.
Oh,
Like, would
man.
there be a 5:15 arrival?
Yeah.
Probably pretty nuts.
Get
All
the
right.
coffees going. They're nuts, man.
All
It's like
right.
the bleacher creatures.
What's up next? Denver, Michigan.
I like Michigan.
Wow, this could be a good game.
Michigan. I'm riding
like-
the hot hand.
I was going to say riding the hot
Just
hand.
gotta ride that. Yep.
It's a dangerous 12 seed. That's a dangerous 12 seed.
Michigan minus
is-
1.5.
Michigan's favorited. Yeah. Wow.
Over's 22.5.
Yeah, you know the committee just did a great job. That the 12 seeds favorited.
Over the 5 over Denver.
Way to go, NCAA.
I don't know.
Playing footsie?
I like Michigan.
That was your foot, my bad, dude.
Yeah, Michigan.
I think Michigan's making it to the Final Four. I'm doing a full 180 on Michigan.
Oh yeah.
You think they make the Final Four?
Yeah, I gave my
What's
Final
their?
Four.
Where's their bracket?
Just Michigan. If you're gonna win
Yeah.
this game, can't be close. If this game's gonna be a close game, Denver's gonna come away with it.
Yeah, Denver thrives in those.
I do think
Tight
Michigan
ones.
wins by 4 or 5 here. I like them. Keep riding them.
I like that. All right, Syracuse Towson. This is where we possibly see an upset.
Oh, we don't
That's
see a
back to back.
line.
Technically.
Don't see a line.
Who is it?
Hughes Towson.
Hughes Towson. I mean, Hughes is probably like minus 2.5 on the books.
Don't see
That'd be a
more.
wrong spread because Towson's taking this down the money line.
Ooh, baby.
Absolutely.
Wow.
I'm
See,
going to
I
12
was-
and 13,
I
both
knew you
coming
were
through.
coming out with something like that. I really like Syracuse here to win, but I think this is going to be a game where at the end of the day, they're going to be like, that absolutely sucked to play that game. To now have to go play a juggernaut of Michigan or Denver.
Yeah. I have
Like-
Hughes win.
See,
I think Hughes
I think
wins, and then
Denver
Hughes
versus
loses to
Michigan is the weakest matchup. That's the weakest team advancing in this bracket.
What's up, dude?
I think Denver versus Michigan will
Mm.
be the weakest team advancing.
Oh, like one of the two.
Yeah,
I got
I think you'd love to have that matchup in the second round, the quarterfinals.
I'm more saying just for like your overall body, how you're feeling, like you're just going to be beat up. I think it's going to be a tight game, but I do think Syracuse does end up on top there.
I think Wilmar comes out with like a 70% save percentage.
He's
after getting
starting, bro.
pulled.
Yeah, if he's still,
Yeah,
he
if
got
he's starting.
pulled.
He's starting. Dude's got a captain's patch. He's starting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like to think they go back
Never
to
bench the captain.
Well,
Shout
they-
out Tom
they-
Mariano.
They do. It sounds like a personal story right there.
him.
Oh man!
All right, Johns Hopkins, Lehigh. I think Hopkins takes us down. We have that line. Hopkins is minus.
Patty's not
4.5.
that deep. No deep runs.
I mean, Johns Hopkins is going to win this game by 10 goals.
Yeah, I agree.
Like,
Lehigh I think it's just
how'd they win the Patty?
got hot at the right time, dude. I don't know.
Trend.
Lehigh
Got
is
hot.
not.
Got out at the right time. I mean, that's how everybody makes the freaking.
Lehigh could be the
Michigan
least
makes the
scary
tournament.
tournament team
Who
I've
is?
seen in a while. Lehigh, as a conference winner, they're just not scaring me. As a batter.
Yeah. Well, I think Hopkins wins by 6 or 7, and I have Hopkins in my Final Four too.
What about you boys? You guys, any Lehigh lovers?
No,
Negative Ghost Rider.
I'm Hopkins here. I don't know
But
if it's going to be by the margin
T's-
of 10.
T's got the next
Still
one.
have the Hopkins outright, so we know, boys. So we're gonna be rooting for that.
Yeah.
T's got the next one. Virginia, St. Joe's.
Like St. Joe's here.
And-
Like the way St. Joe's is playing. Obviously, I'm going against an absolute juggernaut.
Just lost 4 straight.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Something about St. Joe's. I like the way they play. They're fucking angry team.
Yeah.
They have a couple of
Virginia's
really
super
good
skilled.
offensive
They've won
That's
threats.
what I'm
12
saying,
straight
yeah.
games, dude.
Yeah,
They started 0-3.
Goalie's solid.
St. Joe, yeah. I mean,
St. Joe's defense is
what's the
okay.
spread?
I
Guy at the dot
whatever
solid, too,
the
isn't he?
over under is, take the over, even if it's
26.
like
26.
26.
This-
St. Joe's is plus 4.5. I would
both
take
teams
plus
will be in
4.5.
double digits here. Probably, I'm gonna go Virginia, but I think St. Joe's has a good chance of covering that spread
I do too. Yeah, I could easily see like a 4-goal
at
game.
4.5.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also not going to be sitting here if St. Joe's loses and be like, "Oh my God, how did that happen?"
Yeah, exactly.
I just think out of all these upsets that could happen, for some reason, that one's sticking out on the page to me.
yeah,
I like
which makes sense too because Virginia just hasn't been good.
Look
I
how
like-
nice and spaced out the schedule is. Can we talk about that as well?
Oh yeah,
no,
it's the
yeah,
best
I mean,
part,
2:30, 5, 7:30.
Yeah, we
It's
got 8
like
games this whole
watching all
weekend.
day.
What are we doing as far as? Well, I'm coaching all day, so I'm just going to need a little update.
I'm gonna get it set up. I can get
Yeah.
you a walk if you need.
No,
We'll have
We on
probably
the cart
we'll
patrol
have
or
a
not?
computer
No,
and TV
no carts at
streaming
Stony
set up.
Brook.
Oh no, I think I'm gonna order some cards.
You
I
are.
should probably get on that.
Yeah,
Tournament's
please.
in 72 hours.
I might need a
Wrong.
quick. Yeah, wrong again, Mr. Kool-Aid. Yeah, you're trying to do this
96,
like whole like
96
times
guys.
in.
It's same shit, different
Yeah,
day.
dude, I might need a cart scoot a couple times.
No, he's keeping you on the turf all day. You're not even moving.
No way.
No, he would never.
I want those knees to get some work in the
I
dirt.
just thought about that for a second. I was like, "There's not."
We
a
better have.
chance
We're gonna
in
have
hell.
we gotta have streams up for these games.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure that out.
We need the private room.
Yeah, private room's gonna be getting going nice and
Private
early.
room?
Maybe we'll
Private
bring the
room?
monitor.
Private
Yeah.
room.
What is that?
Where's the private?
Private room.
They don't know about the
They
good
don't know
room.
about. Well, we invite people. You'll get invited. Don't worry. Can't tell you anything yet.
Okay.
We're going to a tournament, fellas.
Private
Yeah,
room.
there's a room.
We have a private room. Have you been to Stony Brook before? I haven't seen you at a tournament in a while.
Like, because I'm coaching, you're into the tent.
Facts.
I'm coaching too.
Okay.
Just saying.
Don't expect nothing from you.
Just saying. Okay.
Piz was there.
I
this
love
weekend.
Princeton against Maryland. I think they're winning.
I mean, yeah.
Liam wants to see them lose by 40.
I don't want to see them lose by 40. I think the game's gonna be.
Princeton's favored.
I
Same
think
thing.
the game's gonna be closer than anticipated because it should be a decently low scoring game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not
22 and a
really.
But give me Princeton 22-3.
Oh man.
I mean, that's not a real score, but I hope it's 22-3. I would say legit Princeton 12, Maryland 6.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, Maryland firepower offensively. I've been saying that. What do you got, T? Maryland shuts
I
everything
don't like
up and
this
wins.
game any way, shape, or form.
Wagering, I'm not coming
Yeah,
anywhere remotely close to this thing.
Like it's not even on the books.
Put in your bracket. Who are you picking?
Princeton.
Okay. Duke, Utah.
Before we get to this game, quick thought. Do you think Sacred Heart would win the Division III National Championship?
No.
Really?
No.
For
No, I don't think so. Dude. I'm looking. I'm
Like,
gonna look at.
I think
No,
they
I think like a
would win it.
Salisbury can actually go in and beat a Sacred Heart.
I think they could beat Division I teams. I think the lowest seed in Division I would win the Division III National Championship.
Do you think UMass Lowell could win the D3 national?
They're not
championship?
the
No,
lowest seed.
they're
in
the
the
lowest
bracket.
Division I seed.
Okay.
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
I think plenty of Division II
I
and
got you.
III
I hear
teams
what you
could
mean.
beat Division I teams.
17. Yes.
But
Okay.
the 17 seed would they run through?
Interesting. Be kind of cool if like they just like the loser of that play-in got
That'd
to
be
go into the
sick. That'd be
D3.
sick.
I don't think so. Only because like Sacred Heart got in again because of like AQs, right? There's tons of teams that are still better than Sacred Heart that aren't in the tournament.
Yeah, but I'm putting Sacred Heart. That's the point of the
Yeah,
question.
no.
Right. Yeah. That's
No,
the,
no.
Okay.
All
Well,
right.
good
All right.
answer.
I mean, Hamilton beat Tufts. I think Sacred Heart.
You're
did.
still thinking here. What do you got?
I think they're.
He's
I
scratching the
honestly
beard.
think they would
Rick
run
didn't
through
like
it.
that silence over
Dude,
there.
what?
I think they would run through it. I think maybe like a, like 5 or 6 goal game would be the closest game.
I don't know about that.
I think they get their way through and win a D3 national championship, but I think there's like some scary games where D3 really shows the depth of D3. Like,
You think
Yeah.
Blayton could somehow set up a Salisbury?
You know who's good
with a
this
Sacred
year?
Heart game?
Farmingdale made the tournament.
Yeah, they won the
Yeah.
Skyline.
That'd be a nice matchup. Sacred Heart Farmingdale.
So Geneseo won out of the SUNYAC. I think they're playing Middlebury.
Did they?
Yeah.
They've been
Yeah.
giving Cortland a run
D3.
for
There's
their
so
money.
many
Cortland-
D3
dude, Cortland
teams
lost
in
to
that
Potsdam.
tournament. It's crazy.
Ooh, that's not a good
And
loss.
then it was Potsdam Geneseo in the championship.
All right.
Duke,
Duke,
Utah.
I think Duke wins.
Utah money line.
Really.
No. No.
Yeah, I got Duke here.
And then I'm curious to hear everybody's final fours.
What's the Duke Utah spread?
7.
7.
Over under.
27.5.
That's a lot of goals.
Are they here, Liam?
They're here.
Are Utah over is here?
Utes. I'm taking that. I'm taking that +7.
For Utah.
Yeah, Duke's
The
just
highest of the weekend. Yeah.
I feel like Duke always in the situation they're gonna win the game, but they're not gonna do like what everyone expects them to do and just kill them. Like it'll be a decently close game. I stay away from that over. That scares me.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
Utah, if they're gonna try to win, they're gonna try to keep this a lower scoring game.
Yeah, for sure. All right, everyone's Final Fours. What do we got?
Yeah, let me get through this bracket because I was sort of on my first look to be here.
I'll give you my Final Four.
Go ahead. You can hit the
Yeah,
Notre
you
Dame
got it
versus
ready.
Michigan.
Who?
Notre Dame in the quad 1. Okay, Michigan down.
Yep.
All right.
And then Hop Duke.
All right. Pretty chalky besides Michigan.
Yeah.
But I like it.
I got Notre Dame Towson.
Wow, Towson with the run. I like it. All
I
right,
really
Biz.
think so. And then Hop Duke. You said Hop Duke?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's what I
I'll
got too.
follow that because mine's super similar. I'm going Notre Dame, Towson, Hopkins. And in the low bracket, I'm going to go Princeton
There it is.
taking down Duke,
Okay.
making to the Final Four.
Okay.
I think Towson's like my most confident underdog to win their matchup in the first
I'm
round.
taking, honestly, they're going to get to the Final Four and then get absolutely dogged by Notre Dame.
Towson, you're talking
Notre
about?
Dame's route could be very,
Very easy.
Yeah. Well, I think their quarterfinal matchup could be
Their quarterfinal matchup is
toughest.
going to be easier. It's going to be
tougher than their
harder
semi.
than their semis.
Yeah. Could be, yeah, in a way.
I got.
Oh, it will be.
I got.
Unless Cuse gets there, but I don't know.
What did we say we think the spread would be for Q's Towson? Like 3.5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cuse minus 3.5.
Like I would love a Towson money line bet for the weekend. I would love it.
I got Notre Dame Cuse out of the top.
Okay.
Hop.
Mm-hmm. So far, top 30.
So you got
Three out
the,
of the
Say
top 4
Maryland.
seeds.
the
Say
1
Maryland.
seed, the 4 seed, the 3 seed. Might as well take the 2 so you could add them up.
I like Princeton.
Princeton, okay.
Riding Prince with me. Let's go.
I like. Well, I see. What I like is I mean, we've got some hot teams, right? Princeton, Michigan. I have Michigan making the run to the Final Four. Princeton, we've heard, you guys take them to the Final Four. Those are the 2 hottest teams, maybe, playing right now. I have Notre Dame winning it all, though. I just don't think anybody.
Yeah.
I have Notre Dame
They're like
winning it all over
untouchable.
Hop.
I'm going to go with this one could really bite me in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take Princeton over Hop and then Notre Dame to play Princeton. And I'm going to take Princeton winning it all.
Wow,
And
that's shocker.
The reason it could really bite me in the ass is Princeton plays Maryland in the first game of the bracket.
Yeah, so they could
But,
lose.
yeah,
real
I'm going to
quick.
publicly put I'm going to let the Ivies get some respect. And then everyone's
Wow.
like, oh, why do we not have those 3 Ivies in there? Yeah,
There you
Princeton
go. I
gets
like
it done.
All right, Princeton. I mean, hey, they're playing the freaking best ball.
I'd love to see
Realistically,
Hopkins play on Monday.
I'm rooting for Hopkins.
Yeah, me too.
I'm rooting for Hopkins.
Yeah, I'd like to see them return to Final Four weekend.
I think we're looking. Notre Dame Hop.
Ooh, I like it.
I think that's like chalky to me. Like that's what I think it should be.
Yeah.
Chalk it up, dude. Bunch of phones. But I'm gonna
Interesting
say,
matchup. They didn't play in the regular season too, which I'd like. I'd love to see that. So that's
Yeah.
cool.
I'm gonna go.
I don't want to see like a Notre Dame Duke 3-point third matchup. I want to see something different.
I'm gonna go not chalk.
I like to see as little ACC teams as possible, but I want Notre Dame's in championship
I
weekend.
think it's the
Yeah.
year of the Blue Jay. I think they beat
Look at that.
Hell yeah.
Notre Dame in the finals.
Yeah. All right. Let's now look at the futures.
That's so I was gonna say besides
Notre Dame is minus 135. Hop
Hey,
is
let it be
plus
known
500.
that I have Hopkins at plus 1,400.
do you?
Do you?
They're at plus 500 now.
Close five.
If anyone wants to
Wow.
buy my ticket, they can't.
What about Sacred Heart at
I
plus
also-
100,000?
I also have Denver at plus
About to jump on this line.
5,000, which I don't love.
That's what they're at right now.
They're at right now, yeah.
Yeah.
They I'd cash that out if they allowed me to. Because I don't see them making
Yep.
it very far.
Princeton plus 3,000.
Yeah, that's honestly
We just had them there.
Yeah.
it's pretty damn good odds. They should probably go to because Maryland
Like
and
if
them
you're
are
gonna
a toss
sprint,
up.
yeah,
so-
it would be Hopkins. If I had to pick 2, like it would be Hopkins and probably Princeton. To pick those 2 as like
All right, I'm
you. I mean, I know we didn't talk.
I wish you could bet Final Four teams.
why is
Yeah, it'd be like a yeah.
Penn State Georgetown's pretty much a toss up, but they got Penn State at plus 2,000 and Georgetown at plus 5,000. It's because Penn State, the Ninny Line fans are betting on them. Ninny Line fans. Shout out Greg. Greg probably put
10 G's on them.
a lot.
Yeah. I know. Interesting. Going to be
How much is a dollar
tournament.
bet on Sacred Heart to win?
They're plus
What would that be?
100,000.
10?
Does it win
No,
1,000?
1,000.
$1,001 return. Yeah, don't waste
That's
your
worth
money.
it.
Toss it to someone on the street or something.
Notre Dame though, minus 135. That's crazy. Craziness.
Hell yeah, I'm freaking excited, man. When do we get back here? Do we just get the weekend of games and we're right back?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, excited for that.
We got to figure out how to record the pod at Final Four.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you coming?
I don't know. I don't think
If
so.
we're recording the pod, he has to.
But I might have to. I just can't drive. I need a driver.
You don't drive anywhere.
We're on the East Led.
All right. Well, everyone placing their brackets, good luck on them. And
Yeah, go
Will
get 'em.
Hopkins.
For sure.
Welcome to May. Here we are.